This is James with G&K Services. As you can see, it's a snowy, cold Monday morning. I think it's 20-something degrees out here. Doing an inspection on a multiplex here in Tacoma, Washington. I've had a chance to walk around and I wanted to show you all a couple things you should do annual checks on. And one is always shrubs and trees. Trim them back so they're not an issue in the spring and fall for birds, rats, ants, squirrels, and so on, and moisture. So you see these vines, trim all those back. Another thing I'm noticing is big cracks in the foundation. There's that old 1900 stone granite style foundation you find in old Tacoma homes. Mainly up here in North Tacoma, but this throughout. Check your siding. You can see this siding is starting to warp a little bit. But always pay attention to your siding. Make sure it's painted and in good condition. Always seal around your windows, silicone caulk. Check your gas meters. Make sure they're not too rusty. This house used to be on oil. That's an old oil vent pipe. Gotta check it out later on. Again, you see more foundation cracks back here. So I have to further explore those when I go into the basement. See this drain line? So you always want all drainage to drain away from the house. This one gets buried in the snow. It's hard to tell where it is draining at the end because of the snow it's covered. This is the side porch here, and you can see it has a metal support system at the bottom. It's lacking support right here at the mid point, at the top point by the landing, and the next support is way down there. This is an old setup that, yeah, it has that metal support, but I still want to have it reinforced to meet today's standards. You know, all this snow runoff is going to want to go into the basement. So when you get snow buildup like this, you want to do what you can to get it away from areas where it can potentially become a problem of going in the house. This is common in Tacoma to have an old electrical panel on the back side. You see it's pretty rusty, so it's always good to paint these with a good paint repellent like high temp Rust-Oleum, low temp, you know, because we don't want moisture getting in there, and you see it's pretty rusty. Again, always keep trees trimmed away. You got power lines here and so on, and you don't want them hitting the power lines. You see the back side of here, the siding is kind of beat up. That can cause moisture intrusion. So little things like this you can do to maintain your house annually throughout. So it's always good to do this. Walk around like I said, and you know, your house is your security. This is James with G&K Real Estate Services.